Your Mac has a built-in screen recorder that's very capable, and there's no downloads or subscriptions or third-party applications you have to have. It's just on your Mac ready to go, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to use it, all the options, and also a few tips that are gonna make your recording look a little bit cleaner. The only shortcut you need to know is Command-Shift-5, and as soon as you press this capture menu is going to show up, and this gives you all the different options at the bottom. So if you just want to take a screenshot, these first three are for you. You've got capture entire screen, which if you click, it'll just capture the whole screen. Capture selected window will allow you to select whatever window's open, and it'll only get that part, so nothing in the background. And then you can also do a selected portion of the screen where you drag it around the screen to the exact spot that you want. The other options are record entire screen, which is what I typically default to, record a selected window, or you can also record a selected portion of your screen. So I'm gonna just default to recording the entire screen. The next thing you need to know about is the options here. These options, most people don't know exist, but these change where the file is actually gonna be saved to. It defaults to desktop, which I find to be a great spot because it's easy to go back later, find it, and put it in the file that you want. But you can also default to saving it directly to documents, opening it in Mail, or you can also open it in QuickTime Player and save it and trim it directly from QuickTime Player, which is kind of a cool feature. You can also do other location and choose a specific folder on your computer or your iCloud drive that you want it to go to, which can also be nice to have one central location just dedicated to screen recordings. Also on the options, there's timer, which timer changes how long it takes for the recording to start. And if you don't plan on trimming your recording, the 5-second timer is a great option because once you press that, it's actually gonna show you that it's getting ready to start with a countdown clock in the bottom right corner, which is really handy to give you a second to get ready to record whatever you need to on your screen. Also in the options, you can choose whether you want to have the thumbnail float at the end and if you want it to save these options for the next time that you do a screen recording. Next we have microphone, and this determines if this is going to record sound with your recording or not. And this will use whatever microphone you choose. You can use your iPhone's microphone. You might have other USB microphones that you can use with it if that's plugged in, or you can also just use the built-in microphone to your computer. It is important to note though that the audio is not going to record the system sounds except whatever's coming out of the speakers and picked up by the microphone. So if you want to record system sounds or music or video audio, anything going on in the computer, you're going to need a third-party tool, which is a little bit more in detail than we're getting to in this video. So for a basic screen recording or tutorial, really all you need is the built-in microphone. The last option is show mouse clicks. And you want to turn this on if you're making a tutorial because every time you click, a small circle is going to highlight your cursor on the screen, which makes it a lot easier for viewers to follow along with exactly what you're doing. Once your options are set, all you got to do is press record, or if you're going to record your full screen, you can just click in the middle and it's going to start recording immediately. You'll actually see this little stop button pop up at the top of your display, and this is going to stop the recording whenever you're done. The other option you can do is you can do the Command-Shift-5 again, and that'll bring this back up, and you can also manually hit stop screen recording right there. So one more shortcut to remember is Command-Control-Escape, and this will also stop the recording immediately from anywhere. Once you're done, the recording is going to save as an MOV file to wherever you had set it in your options, which the default is always the desktop. If you want to rename the file, you can just right click it, click rename, and then call it whatever you want to help you be able to find the file later. Also by default, it does choose to record in MOV. If you want to convert it to MP4, all you got to do is double click it. It'll open it up in QuickTime. Then you can do File, Export As, and you can choose one of these different resolutions, and this will allow it to be saved as an HEVC file if you want, or you can click Greater Compatibility, and that'll save it as an MP4, which works better for sharing or uploading to most platforms than MOV does. I've got a few other things to make a big difference to make your recordings even cleaner. The first thing is hiding your desktop clutter before you hit record. To do this, you want to right click your desktop and make sure Use Stacks is enabled, because if it's not, then all your little file icons are going to be populating it. And the other thing I like to do is show view options, and I change the icon size to be as small as possible so they take up even less space on the display. So that plus stacking is going to make it look much more professional on camera. Another thing you can do is you can get into your system settings and you can hide the dock. I like to hit Command Spacebar and then just type in hide dock. That'll pop up dock settings, and then just click automatically hide and show the dock, and this will give you more space to work with, and it'll just make your screen look even more clean whenever you're recording. Also, once you find your screen recording, you can click this share button, and that's going to give you the option to text it to someone, or you can also send it through mail, or you can always just drag the file into whatever cloud software provider you use, upload it to YouTube, Google Drive, really wherever you want. So there's everything you need to know about screen recording on your Mac computer. If you found this video helpful, like it, subscribe to the channel for more upcoming Mac and tech content.